Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 17 of Techopolis 2, a Modpack by benbenlaw. So, in the last episode, we finished all of the travels throughout the worlds and the planets and the universe and whatnot, and we're finally at a point where I prepared the setup for the voided technium, okay? Before we look into that though, let me show you what I've changed here. I moved the quantum compressor right here to automate the quantum processing technium singularity. As you can see, there's 64 in here, there's 64 in here, and these are slowly going to start backing up. But as you can see, first one to back up, there's one cool feature I just moused over and showed you. Darn it! It counts as, like, if you look and mouse over, it tells you the count of technium that we've put through the quantum compressor, and we've put 17,000 technium through the compressor. 8 makes a singularity, but it still counts how many went through. Like, this is crazy. So this is now backing up because we have all of this automated. So I've got a stack in here. I put a downgrade to make sure I only have one stack. And in here, I wanted 2 stacks, so I put 3 cobblestone to let 2 stacks accumulate. And here we have a 4th stack. So technically, it means we have 256 technium. Oh, no, that's not true. 256 plus another 64 here, and soon to be another 64 here. And this is where, do I have, do I have a downgrade in this one? Yes. That's dumb. Don't put a gold and a downgrade. It makes no point. Anyway, and in here, I have 4 cobblestones. So the voided technium, I'm going to have 64 in here, 64 in here, and 64 in here. So I guess what we should do right now is just get that started, because basically that's where we're going to need, like, the voided technium. I believe we're going to need maybe 200, 300. I haven't made the count yet. So let's get that first one done. Let's just go back here and not make the same mistake again. So the voided technium right here is 8 block of dash, 8 block of calorite, 4 ostrum, 4 nether start. So I just forgot already. It's 4 ostrum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. How do I have 5? Anyway, so now let's just stop the machine, and we're just going to click that in like that, and we're going to shift left click the recipe, and yeah, we'll just let that accrue. Basically, I'm going to wait for all of this to... I didn't have one too many. One was for my other stuff. I'm like, how did I grab 5 of those? I did not grab 5 of those. It's just that I needed the one for the next part that I'm working on. So basically, this is going to fully fill out and back up. And probably not, because my calorite, ostrum, and stuff like that is not going super well right now. I still have some moonstone. You know what? Let's throw those away. I don't need those. And, oh, basically, during the time lapse, I noticed something. There are stacks upgrade, and I did not put stack upgrade before. So there's so many places that were not filling it fast enough that just needed stack upgrade. And here, I'm now extracting the pure ingots, because here I'm crafting the pure ingots. So I have the 9 producer of Mars stone, Mars ostrum ore, Moon dash ore, and Venus calorite ore, just going crazy right here. So let me just search quickly. Venus, so nothing. Calorite, nothing. And moon ore, dash ore. Oh, you saw 9 pass, but basically 9 gets made and they almost immediately go in here. So now this jumbo furnace is just doing the job, no problem. Let's just come back here. What the heck happened? How did they go there? Oh, that is bizarre. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, okay, so this is emptying because this emptied, but already, hey, it's backed up to 64. So right here, let's turn it on and make our first voided technium ingot. One done. Let's grab it right here and push it in here. And now we have 2 and 3 and 4. So this is going really well. This is well started, and it's just going to start making. So right now we have everything to make at least 25 because we have 25 of each block of calorite. So anyway, let's come back over here. One of the things that I discovered is sometime when everything's working full power, I start running out of power. But I never went to nitro. So I came right here and setting up the nitro recipe. I'm just too lazy for it. I find it's too complicated. And so I just did some manual craft. So you put 1 nether star, 2 blocks of redstone, 1 block of blazing crystal, and just goes boop, 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 and transforms quickly into 16 nitro crystal every time. So let me just get rid of those. Oh, and one last thing that I want to show you. I also set up this. All of these garden cloche are making me a ton of industrial amp that I'm going to be able to use to make string, because I think I'm going to need a crazy amount of string. I just have not figured out yet. And every time I needed string, I was just like crafting, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just stop mining, like farming by hand, and just do it like that. Okay, so with the nitro crystal, I can now make those. And I'm going to need 36 of these. Can I make 36? Oh, so close. Okay. Let's do this, and let's do this. And now I should be able to finish the 36. I think I'm going to be good. $36, come on. Voila. And now I can go like this. And those 36, and voila. We now have a new nitro reactor. I'm just going to go up here and shift that right here. And then what is the extract here? So uranite, coal, and redstone. So I'm going to have to extend that up. Let me come back over here and grab an export. Export. Well, apparently I'm out of export. So let's just come right here and craft some export. Like this. Great. And then we're going to need a block of coal. Redstone. A block of redstone. And uranite. 4K. Yeah, I'm good. And then I'm going to come right over here. Connect this like that. And then set that up. And then I can go you, and these. Well, that's going to start this reactor. And this reactor is going to be generating way more power. So this one is generating 88K FE per tick. And this one's going to generate 380 something. So right now, to be honest, I am no longer going to feel like I'm running out of power. Like that should never happen again. I'm going to grab this dry ice and put it in here. Dry ice lasts for a very long time. And what is this doing? Oh, so this is working as fast as it can. I don't want to be making more than this, to be honest, though. So I'm just going to leave that going. And once in a while, I'll just grab a little bit from these. So right here, put that right there, and that's right there. And I'm going to need a point just to connect this whole thing. I should have a point right here, secondary power. So no, this one's going to be, what's this one called? This is reactor 1, power reactor 1, power reactor 2. And then boom, we're going to call this one power reactor 3. Bypass limit, blah, blah, blah. Bypass limit, blah, blah, blah. Bypass limit, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. So now, honestly, I should no longer need power forever in this mod pack. Like, this should cover all of my needs. So great. Okay. Last episode, I said that we needed to start thinking about the end game. So let me get rid of all of this. And you know what? Let me get rid of this. And let's come over here. And I want to make one mastery paper. Oh, I think that's... And voila. So we now have one mastery paper that I'm going to throw back in here. And we can remove this. I'm going to need to keep the fluorite because I didn't unlock that. I need 4 voided technium. You know what? If I have 4 voided technium, I'm going to unlock it. Yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's come back over here. And I'm going to unlock the fluorite because that's the last thing that I needed to unlock. Guess I need nether stars. Yes, there are some left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to try and balance this properly. Great. Nope, I don't need this. I should probably remove that old system, but it's not like it's causing me big issues. So let's just do this and get the research paper fluorite. And I don't know how many tech buck, but that technically is the final research that we had to make. Voila. And let's buy some of those. Okay, so I can put the paper right there and I can put these in here. Okay, what I said is today I want to start. So let's just do a quick review, okay? This is other than buying fluorite, which you know what? I'm going to do right now. 32, but I'm going to set up the fluorite in my time lapse. I'm not going to waste time on camera doing that. But let's buy fluorite. 36 fluorite. If I come back here, this is completely fully done. We've bought every single one of those. We've set up every single one of those. The only one we have not set up is the fluorite. But like I said, that's going to be in my time lapse. Yeah, I don't have a place ready. If I had a place ready, I would have set it up, but I don't have a place ready, so I'm not going to waste time on that. I'll do it in my time lapse. So even though it's never going to turn green, this whole quest line is done. This whole quest line is done. Same with the advanced research, and now with the ultimate research, all of the research is completely unlocked. So we're done with this. Basic tech, completely done. Advanced tech, in the last episode, we did the little logistic, all done. Elite tech, all done. Ultimate tech, all done. Hellish tech, all done. And, of course, the voided technium, also void tech, all done. So we are now in the final tech. And for the final tech, we need to make all of these mod mastery paper. So let me throw that in there. Let me remove that and let me just come back here and we're going to bookmark them starting with these one. Perfect. Mechanism, essence, immersive engineering, thermal, beyond earth, waystone, tech buck, mastery of digital storage, mastery of flux network. So these are all of the masteries that we have to take care of. Now, if I come here and I look at Compressium, okay, it's basically 9x cobblestone, okay? And if I come back to Final Techium, okay, Final Techium only needs one of each of these paper, and we need to make 16 Final Techium. So I need 16 of each of these paper. These one are going to be very easy, and technically you have the count right here. 16, 32, 48, 64, 64 plus 64, 128, plus 16, 138, 144, plus 16, 150, 160. So we're going to need 160 final techium, not final, voided techium, just to do these paper, because each mod mastery paper costs 1 voided techium, okay? And then if we come over here, we're going to need 2 more for the voided techium here. So we're going to need 160 plus 32, so 192. Quantum compressed die, we're going to have to set that up, but that doesn't require any of the voided techium. And everything else is kind of simple and things we already have. So this we're going to need to set up. And the resident angel ring is like crafting of crafting of crafting of crafting of crafting. So I don't want to do all of that crafting manually, which is why I said in the last episode that I was going to set up auto crafting. Like this one doesn't necessarily need auto crafting, but this one, that's a good example. The digital storage is going to require 8 times 16, 256K storage part, which is going to require 3 of each of those, which are going to require 3 of those and 3 of those and 3. So see, this totally needs to be automated. Then tech buck, not really a problem. We need to compress tech buck. We're probably going to choose one of the techium to make tech buck, and we're just going to compress what we need. It's 128, so it's 2 stacks each. So we're going to need 32 stacks. So 2048 tech buck, which is just a lot of wasted time. Here, easy. We're going to need 16 times 8 warp stone. Those are very easy, and we're going to auto craft them. Beyond Earth, again, auto crafting. We're going to need rovers, which requires wheel, which requires like this one's a bit more complicated. We might need to set up a resource duplicator. Thermal is probably one of the easiest of all. 8 diamond gear and 6 resident, but for the resident, we're going to have to automate because I'm not doing this manually also. Let's look at immersive engineering, the last one. See, this one, I don't know. I think I'm going to try and automate. It seems a bit complicated because I need multiple different type of thing. This one is just like a head scratcher for me. I haven't looked into it yet properly. So mechanism is basically making quantum entangled porter. We can probably already do these, except, oh yes, we can already auto craft those. And that's compression. So we've looked at, and flux network is flux block, which is also something that we can quite easily automate. So basically the 2 ones that are kind of annoying me is this one. Like I'm going to have to figure out right now. I don't think I'm getting blue elite mob essence, nor advanced mob essence, nor elite ore essence. So I'm just going to have to look into that and get those blocks. And mechanism, not mechanism, sorry. And immersive engineering is going to be the head scratcher because we need phenolic resin. And phenolic resin needs creosote oil, which we have plenty, and something called acetaldehyde, which is basically ethanol with silver plate. And ethanol is made first from an industrial fermenter, but once we get to 36 bucket, we'll get a miner. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be multiple episodes. So like episode well, I'm in a 20-minute introduction right now, so that's a bit crazy. But what I'm trying to say is that today I'm going to set up my auto crafting setup so that I can start knowing how many resources I need. Because if I look at this and I say, okay, set up a recipe for this, it's going to tell me exactly what I need to finish the recipe. And then we're just going to try and do 2 or 3 per episode, or maybe we're going to go in a big time lapse and do all of them after the time lapse. I've not decided yet, but I figured we need to start somewhere. So let's sleep. And we're going to just work on refined storage setup because without auto crafting, this is not happening. So let's just go right here and say at refined storage and just at refined, I guess. Okay. First thing we need is the brain. So we're going to need a controller, and we can't make a controller because we're missing all of these parts. So first we need quartz enriched iron, which should be fairly easy to do. Here's 4 craft of that. Then we need silicon, which is Certus quartz crushing. How do I get the Certus quartz? Ooh, I didn't think about that. How do I get the Certus quartz? Oh, I can... Okay, for this, I can cook nether quartz. So let's just grab some nether quartz. No, that's not how you write nether quartz. Like this. Is that 330? I think it's 336. Let's grab all of this and let's fill this machine up. And we're just going to get a bunch of silicone so that it won't be the final amount of silicone we need. We'll need to probably set up a furnace to automate the silicone, but we'll be good. Oh, this is not cooking everything at the same time. I thought it was cooking everything in here. Apparently, it's only cooking this corner. Oh, wow, this is bizarre. So, when I took out 1 stack of nether quartz, it cooked the whole rest. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like this. How is it going to make that cook? Wow. Okay, don't put nether quartz in that one corner, apparently. This is way bizarre. Let's see, will that work better? 64 silicone. Oh, I know why. Okay, this makes sense. This 64 makes 64, whereas this 64 makes 8. So yeah, it can cook up to 64 items at a time, but it's just doing some faster than other. Yeah, okay. That's completely my bad. I didn't really quite see that. So that's going to be good. And wow, we're going down on plank. We're burning so much stuff right now that we're going down in the amount of planks that we have available. Okay, so that should take care of that. And we just need to push the Moondesh ore again in. We'll see how the rest cook. You know what? Let's just show you in here. And we're done with the silicone. We're going to need more, but for now, that's going to be enough. If I come back here, now I'm going to need a machine casing. So those should be easy to make. I'm going to make 10 for now. And we need the advanced processor, which is smelting. So we need some raw advanced. I'm going to make 32 for now. See, those are all going to be auto crafting recipes. So let's just make 32 of those. Don't know if I can cook those in here. Can I? Can I please? It would be really great if, and you know what? At this point, it would probably be a good idea to set up another furnace. Let me come back here. Oh yeah, it's just not, okay. So I'm burning so much stuff now that I might need to double my sawmill plant. Okay, so we have all of those that I can bring in here. And then if I remove this and I go for gold, like this, I'm going to make a stack of that. And the other one is what? What is the other processor? It's raw basic, so it's iron. I'm thinking I'm not making enough of the iron one, but for now it's going to be, the 32 is going to be good. And we're going to, you know what? Can I use another furnace here? Can I put those in the induction smelter? Nope. So that's not going to happen. Not a pulverizer. No. Crusher. Enrichment chamber. Okay, so no, apparently I don't have another way of doing this for now. So Let's just intercept and intercept because that's more urgent, and we can show those back in here for now. And then let's come back over here. 33. Realistically, right now, I do not need those for the controller, but we're going to need it for other stuff later. I just want to make sure that I get all of those because I do not want to be jammed on my crafting all the time. Okay, these are... Oh, you know what? I'm going to make more. Let's just come back here and reopen research paper right here. The fact, okay, so you know what? These bean might be a bit of a problem because these bean, I don't think I can craft them. Can I? Oh, yes, I can. I can craft them with slime ball in this, but I don't, yeah, I'm going to have to set up a slime ball production factory for sure. Okay, so let's put those in here and this too. And let's continue. So now I should be able to get my controller. Voila. And with the controller, I'm going to need a disk drive. Where is the disk drive? Right here. Oh, no, that's a disk manipulator. I don't think that's what we want. Right here. Nope. Disk drive. Yeah, that's the one that we want. Now we have a disk drive. Perfect. Then we want a, what are those called? Grid. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want is a crafting grid, which means we're going to need a crafting table, and then we're going to need just a normal grid. Oh, and normal grid are going to require construction core. Let's make 8 construction core and 8 destruction core because we don't have a lot of the basic processor for now. But I say for now, it's not going to take a long time before we get to that point. Then let's get a crafting grid. Perfect. And what's the next step? So we got a crafting grid, a disk drive. We're probably going to need a disk or two. So let's get a 3 1K storage part, 3 more, 3 more. Perfect. So now we're going to make 4K storage part. That's 4. And we're going to make 4 4K storage disk. Like so. Perfect. So now technically we have a new system that we can set up. We can go like this and like this. How are you powered? What? I don't know how it got its first blast of power, but okay. We're going to resolve that immediately because it's going to need power anyway, but that was quite surprising. So point right here. And we're going to put a point back here, and we're going to call this the refined storage. Like so. So now this is fully powered, and we're going to put these drives in. So now technically we have space, so that's what would replace these things. Although, oh my god, I am not sure I'm going to replace these anytime soon. Okay. So once that's done, we basically have the setup for our crafting system. So let's come back here. Now we want to be able to interface with things. So what we're going to want is we're going to want some external storage. Nope, we're first going to want some cables. Like this. And then some external storage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do is put it, oh, no, I need a fifth one then. A fifth external storage. And the fifth external storage, you know what? I'm going to be disgusting and just put it on the front right here. Then I'm going to grab my trusty axe and axe this. Oh. Well, I guess we're going... Oh, this is so disgusting. I don't care. I just want this to progress. So we'll just do it like this. Voila. So technically, we now have access to almost our full system, which means I can come here and undo that. Because now I can do it from here. And we can continue with the crafting. So this is done. We're going to probably want some importer and exporter, but that can be for later. Now it's time to get into our first auto crafting setup. Do I have a wireless crafting grid in this? Oh, yes. So let's just go. We're going to need another crafting grid for this. So first, let's make... I hate... Honestly, this is the dumbest thing this mod has ever done. Like the fact, like I wish that the recipes would just be with the standard color one. Every time I play with this, it annoys me to no end. So let's do one grid that we're then going to check. And we're going to find the crafting grid so that we can do the next one easily, like so. And then we're going to find the wireless. I don't have access to my ender pearls. Oh, of course not. I'm not connected to all the metals upstairs. Oh, well, I have a solution for that too. So let's do the wireless crafting. Oh, now I need the wireless transmitter. So transmitter. Same gimmick. Don't want any of the colored one. Can you just please give me the standard one? Right here. Wireless transmitter. Like so. And I'm going to need another ender pearl. Right here. And I'm going to put that on top right here. Touch this. And voila. So we are now able, although this is not going to... Wait. No. So this is not infinite range. Not a bad range, but it's not infinite range. Good thing my base is not enormous. And there's probably some range add-on. So Silk Touch upgrade, range upgrade. Range upgrade to infinity range upgrade. And then there's the dimension card. Okay, so it has all of these same features. So we're going to need to make... I'm just going to do the infinity range. I'm not going to bother with the next step. So I'm going to need 2 ender pearls and 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm looking. Just give me a second. I think I'm screwing up something. Range upgrades going to... I'm going to need 3 range upgrade. Perfect. Let's do this. And you know what? Just for now, let's grab some ender pearls. And bring some into our system here so that we're not stuck with trying to find some all the time. And these 3 range upgrade are going to upgrade like so. What else am I missing for the range upgrade? The range upgrade, I need a nether star and 3 netherite ingot. Oh, wow. I'm out of... You know what? Let's sleep. I'm out of netherite. That's the only problem with so much heavy crafting. It's not cooking my net. Oh, I'm out of plank. Darn it. This is going to be painful, and I'm going to have to address that in my next time lapse, I guess. Let's come back here. Basically, I intercepted the netherite because I wanted to be able to use them here. And then I'm going to go and steal a nether star from here. 49 voided technium. Oh, I'm happy about that. Let's grab this nether star. Let's come back here and put that in here. Means I can now do this, and I can come back here and put that in. And now I go back over here. I still have access. So now I can, well, I was going to say I can access my whole system, but I can't. And the reason I can't is I still have, dude, just give me an instant, okay? I don't think that's going to work. If it works, it's a bit overpowered, but I do this, and I do this, and now I search for Ender. No, it doesn't give me access. Okay, so I thought that it would be a bit too much power. Oh, but that's the request table. That's not the root. I might still have the access that I'm wishing for. I do this, and then I do this. Does this give me access to everything? No, it still doesn't. Okay, so I'm still going to have an issue because these are not connected. I'm not connected to this brain or that brain or that brain, so I'm not getting access to all of the ingot, to all of these resources right here and these resources right here. And of course, I'm not connected to any of these resources either. Oh god, this is going to be a more complex problem than I thought. Just trying to think, like, I could go and stick an external storage on all of those things, but I would have to stick them by going under. Oh, that's a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll think about it later. Apparently, we don't have access this way, so we'll have to figure out something else. Although, we do have access to a lot of things. If I say ingots... No, that's okay. So these are basically only the ingots that are here. Okay, so let's just continue. What do I need for auto crafting? For auto... Well, I say that, but I already have something else I want to do. So let's just do the something else. I want a network card. So let's craft a, yeah, just one network card. Let's craft a network receiver. No, so quartz is something that's not accessible from my system. So let's throw it in here. So I need to make a network receiver. I'm going to need 2 of you. Let's make 6 more. So that's 8. And this one, I'm all... 64 of those. And let's do 8 of those. And now I can make a receiver. If I had netherite. Come on. I'm going to keep a little bit of netherite on hand. Hopefully it's going to stay in the system. A network receiver, a network transmitter. Okay, and I never remember which one is which. So let's put the transmitter right here. This one is where we'll put the card. So yeah, so that's the right one. Now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to grab some storage, external storage. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3. Great. And now we're going to come up here and we're going to destroy, remove this. 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 Let's put that right here. And yeah, I know this was never planned for this setup. So it is disgusting and ugly, but it's going to work. I just need this to work. And take the card, right click on the network receiver. And if I come here and I put that in, and then I go right here and I say ingot, I now have access to all my ingot, all my ender. That's it. I have 317 ender pearl. Okay, not as much as I thought, but now I have access to all of these resources up there. So these are obviously the easy one. The ones that are going to be really hard is all of those. And what I believe I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to downgrade those to a single flag and just import them, or stick some. There's no way for me to stick stuff on them. That's not realistic. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, but that's going to have to come later. Okay, so this is done. We can now start working on our auto crafting. So for the auto crafter, we're going to need a pattern grid right here. And we're going to craft another grid, and then the pattern grid is right here. We're going to make some pattern. Let's just make a couple. Oh, we're already out of this. Let's make some more. And where's the pattern grid? So now I should be able to make this, which is great. So I'm going to grab the pattern grid and I'm going to set that down right here. And this is how we create pattern. And technically, the first thing you do when setting the pattern grid is you set up a recipe for that and a recipe for that. So now these two are infinite stuff, but right now we're still not crafting. So I'm going to need a crafter. So crafter right here. So let's craft one of those. So that's going to be one crafter. For now, I'm going to set that right here, and I'm going to put those two patterns in here. And now I can come right here and say pattern. I can say, give me 20 of those, start. And voila, we're now crafting. So this is much simpler because we do not need some like crafting engine or crafting mechanism. We can just craft like this and come back right here and put those in here. Is there another? Yes. Okay, so now we're going to remove those. We're going to grab that crafter and we're just going to upgrade it. So this crafter is going to get upgraded to iron. And from iron, oh, we need the neural processor. Can we make those? Oh, I guess we can. I just need to discover what this is. We need raw, and some binders. Perfect. Okay, so I'm out of binders, which means I need to buy some more. Let's buy 3 stacks. Two stacks. 3 stacks. Great. And you know what? Oh, no, I don't have the... No, I don't have the pattern for now. So let's just do it this way. So if I go to upgrade this to the next level, I'm going to need 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Let's cook that immediately. Put that in the corner right here. The stupid plank. Okay, so just do this quickly. I'm kind of surprised that the sawmill is no longer keeping up with this. I find that a bit surprising, to be honest. Let's just do a little bit of manual jig-a-jig. a little bit of manual magicking. Like so. And you know what? I should have done this differently. Let's do this, 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 and this. And I don't know why I grabbed jungle wood, but now I'm going to come right over here. And I'm going to fill you up. Come back down over here. And just try and click this in as fast as possible. You know what? I'm going to switch those. Because then at least it's burning the first one. And at least we're starting with the processing again. Whew. Just want to get rid of all of these. Voila. All of this is gotten rid of. Now we can put that here. And now we can upgrade. So Iron Crafter is going to go to Gold Crafter, is going to go to Diamond Crafter, is going to go to not Netherite Crafter. The reason it's not going to get to Netherite Crafter is that we're using all of our Netherite in here. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Give me the fourth one. Who would have thought that the Netherite would be my bottleneck? Well, I knew the Netherite would be the bottleneck, to be honest. Yeah, so look at this. This is working like crazy, but it's still not fast enough. Let's come back in here. Sleep off. And then we can come back in here. Finalize this right here. And now we have a Netherite Crafter. And the reason you want a Netherite Crafter is that hopefully it's going to fit all of my patterns. And this is going to craft a lot faster. So if I search for pattern again, I say this, I want 20. I say start. Boom, 20 done. So that is the ultimate way of crafting stuff. That's definitely something that needs to be like that. So let's put that like this and voila. So we have a fully functional auto crafting setup from Refined Storage so that technically we can now start working on other stuff. Now, let's do a chain, okay? Let's come right here, and I want to do the mastery of digital storage. So I'm going to set that the book is like this, and then I'm going to set that this is like this, this is like this, 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 and then, oh, and then this one. Perfect. So now that I have set this, I can put all of these in here, and I can, oh no, it doesn't tell me. Oh, I'm sad. If I say that I need 16 of this and I say, oh yes, it does tell me. So see, now it's telling me, okay, exactly what I'm missing. To be able to craft that, I'm going to be missing 4 mastery paper, okay? I'm going to be missing 13,712 basic processor, 2,000 advanced processor, 41,407 silicone, a lot of glass, like way more glass than ever, 4,562 improved processor. Okay, so now that I know that I'm missing all of this, is I know that I cannot start this craft without getting all of these. Okay, which means I can come in here and now I need to investigate some alternative way. So silicon can be made by cooking nether quartz in an energized smelter or in a redstone furnace. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to need to set up an energized smelter to cook the silicone. Okay, so that should be good. Now, if I say go back and do 16 again, it's going to need all of these. You know what? Let's just come right here. So we're going to now make these, okay? So if I go back to Mod Mastery Digital Storage and I go like this, we're going to need these. So I'm going to need to make this pattern. And yeah, and then I'm going to need to make this pattern. Perfect. Then, oh, you know what? What are those? Those are processor. So if I search for processor, let's just do it like this. I'm going to need a pattern for this, pattern for this, pattern for the gold one. Oh, right here, and pattern for this gold one like this. And then I'm going to need a pattern for the processor binding like this. And for the string, it's going to be through hemp. And for the slime ball, I have no choice. I'm going to have to set up the resource duplicator for this. Okay. But now if I come in here and I put all of these in here and I come back here and I say mastery and I use this one and I go 16, now it gives me a better picture because it tells me I'm going to need 61,000. So that's 61,000 nether quartz, by the way. Okay. I'm going to need 30,000 glass. I'm going to need 14,000 industrial hemp fiber. And the hemp fiber is what I have in the garden cloche in the back. I'm going to need 2,500 slime balls. So all of these are things that I'm going to need to set up. So technically, in this episode, I kind of set up almost anything that I need for the mastery, but that's not completely true. The reason I say it's not completely true is to be completely final, I would need to set up the slime ball, and I would also need to connect this. See, this is going so slow. That's 1,186. If I come back here and I do the mastery again, 16. So it's 1/16 of the way there. Well, that's not going to be produced soon. But what I'm going to have to make is make another automated glass setup and another automated silicone setup because we're going to need to start accruing those. So if I come here, where's my glass? This is my glass. So see, I have 1,024 glass. And this is getting sand. What's my sand situation? Let's come back here. If I look at my sand situation, yeah, empty. Oh, this is sandstone. This is sandstone also. I don't know why I have 2 sandstone and 1 sand, but I'm going. So now I'm cooking the sand as fast as I'm getting it, which means I'm going to need more sand. So this is how abusive this mod pack is getting. So when you see someone that has finalized this pack, I honestly have a hard time believing that it was fully finalized the proper way. I wonder how many people just made one voided techium and one final techium and just got everything else. So basically from now on, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to be producing short episode with long time lapse. What I mean by that is I'm going to put, so I thought I was going close to finishing this. I'm not close to finishing this. Basically, what I'm going to do is set up one mod mastery per episode, probably. Okay. So now I'm going to go in a time lapse and I'm going to make sure that I create myself some basic machinery. And what I mean by that is I'm going to set myself up an infusing factory. Not sure with the infusing factory. Give me a moment for that one. But I'm going to set up myself some like a ultimate an enrichment factory to be able to enrich stuff. I'm going to make myself a smeltery. The smelting, like I'm going to set up myself a couple of machines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under here. And like all of these machines that are automated here, like I'm going to put some under that I'm going to automate. And I'm probably going to be moving these also, the servo press. And all of those are going to be configured with a crafter on them so that they can automatically craft what needs to be crafted. I just want to also check something. Oh, you can set those to input output. So that's perfect. So yeah, I'm going to start setting the automated stuff that we need. And basically, I'm going to try and think really hard of a solution for all of these sub resources, because we might need all of these sub resources. Like, I don't know if we need dielectric paste. Oh yes, we're going to need access to dielectric paste, because if you guys remembered, we're going to have to make some flux mastery stuff. And I'd like to have access to these. So all of these that are here, let me just go look under. Yeah, I'm going to be able to access all of these from under. So I'm probably going to craft a couple of external storage, and I'm just going to like one external storage on this, one external storage on this right here. I don't think I need those. Like, whenever I need something, I'm just going to go and set up an external storage on it and just connect it like this. Same for these, and this is going to get ugly really fast, but unfortunately, like these, I don't have space to connect from under nor on top. The only place I have access is on front. I'm going to stick one in front of the electrum, one in front of the bronze. I'm going to stick one in front of the signalum, one in front. Oh. Wait, what? How is this consuming 300 million FP per... There is something really wonky here. No, what? I don't understand. Let me come back here. How is that possible? There's a glitch for sure. Oh, this one doesn't have water. Okay, so that's not what I'm doing anyway. Like, I'm just taking a detour because without the water, it's not producing as much as it can. So let's just put some water in here. Great. But this is generating 188K. I think it should be going up now. 210. This one's producing. And there's something really not working here. Where's the other connector for this? Fully powered, fully powered, fully powered, fully powered, fully powered, fully powered, fully powered. Hey, there's no way that I'm using 1 billion FE per tick. There's something here that's not working properly. You know what? Let's just... 1 second. Take that out. Put it on top here. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. This is now filling. This is now filling, and great. So now, let me go get another point because I'm like, this is bullshit. There's no way that I'm using 1 billion power. It is absolutely, completely, totally impossible. Point. Let's grab those 2 points. And basically what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to come... Huh. Is there a way... You know what? Let me just... Do I have more power cable? Probably yes. Let me just check something quickly. Ugh. 12. That's not enough. Let's come back here. How do I craft those? Yeah. Okay, I'm good. So here's what I'm just going to try quickly. I'm going to go like this. Nope. That's not what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to go. Oh my god. It's just one misclick after another. Like so. Oh. Now I've locked myself from easy access to both sides. Okay. So let's do this. Now let's delete this one and this one. And let's come over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one right here. Put this point right here. And this is now using 4,680 FE per tick. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense. And now if I come here and I remove this point, put another point right here. Yeah, so there must have been a glitch. Don't know how, don't know why, but we were not using billions of FE of power. There's no way in hell that I would ever accept that. That was a very bizarre glitch, but we seem to have corrected it now, which means we should be much better. So guys, like I've said, I'm going to go in a time lapse. I'm going to set up a couple of automated machines, but at least we now have a plan. And like I said, I'm probably going to do one episode setting one mod mastery and then going into a time lapse to make all of the higher material, then another one, and so on. Like, and I'm just going to go through everything like this. Like, probably going to set up another furnace because this is not acceptable. The netherite is not acceptable. There has to be something wrong somewhere. I come here, see, like it's still not full of plank. It's not filling. You know what? Maybe the solution's going to be just to upgrade this one more and put some speed upgrade and whatnot. But I'm just, again, we're going to go back to the bottleneck working system. And what I'm going to do is in my time lapse, I'm going to prepare the material I need to set up the automated stuff. Like right here, I need the slime balls. I'm going to automate the slime balls. I'm also going to automate quartz to silicone. So if I go here, nether quartz, I have billions of nether quartz in the Ks. So if I grab 74k netherite scrap, okay. So if I come here and I use the nether quartz and I put that energized smelter. So if I put that in an energized smelter, I'm going to be cooking this into silicone. So I'm just going to automate that. And what else was I looking at? The netherite. So I just saw that I had a ton of netherite scrap. And if I come here, this one is maxed out. Speed, yeah, it's maxed out. Oh, it's the gold that's the problem. Ooh, okay. So we're just, again, back at bottleneck. So I'm going to work on this in my time lapse, also setting up some basic machinery underground. And in the next episode, when we come back, we're going to look at the next mod mastery papers. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.